Hello, welcome back to the Scale Modelling Cafe and welcome to a sprue tour. And I haven't done one of these for a while, so I'm delighted to do this one. It is Clearprop's I-16 Type 5, 1938 to 1941, so the early Polikarpov. There's quite a few boxings of this. This is the Soviet one. They do Spanish Civil War and a few others. In fact, here they are. On the there's two on the back here. There's a ski version and the Spanish one. An iconic aeroplane, and it just looks beautiful. Just having a very quick look there. What I'll do is let's pop over to the bench and I'll show you how lovely the plastic is, and we'll chat through a few things. Before we do that, I should just mention that this is a starter set, so no canopy masks and no photo etch. They tend to do that in their advanced kits. As I film this, there isn't an advanced version of this, so you're going to have to go aftermarket for things like seat harnesses, instrument panels, canopy masks and that kind of thing. And I think a canopy mask set is vital for this because it's so small. Good luck trying to do that on your own freehand. But there we go. Right, let's pop over to the bench and have a look at what comes in the box. Okay, here we are at the bench. Apologies, but it's a really shiny box and it's picking up the lights like you wouldn't believe. But let's have a look at the instructions, first of all. Right, oh, where's the start? Sorry, I've made this a complete mess, haven't I? Right, here we are. Here's the instructions. Really glossy, really nice. Very comprehensive paint guide. All just ammo paints though. So if you're going to use any other range, you're going to have to do your own research. Parts map with some bits that are obviously not for use. There are definitely other versions on the way. Starting off in the cockpit, standard construction, but you can just see the level of detail here with you've got rudder pedals and levers and this little thing down here, widget. This looks like to be the sort of spar system that goes on the floor. So on the floor there is no floor, but you can see there all the spars going on and the underside of the cockpit. It's telling you to paint that. The instrument panel is a Decal and it looks quite detailed. I think that must be a Clearprop. Yes, it is Z8. So that's a Clearprop. So that's what I recommend you do is paint this first, obviously, and then bung that in. Bottom of the cockpit goes down, and then the top of the wings go on before into the fuselage, and then the fuselage is going to go on top of this. Lots of detail down the side, so that's really nice. It's quite a simple aeroplane, but they've captured pretty much everything. I don't think there's any point doing any wiring. You could do, but I just don't think you're going to see it, to be honest. It's a very small opening, and yeah, I think that might be a bit of wasted effort. So I'll just move the light a little bit. Right, let's turn this around this way, shall we? Move that out of the way. Right, so here's the main of the construction then. So the instrument panel, the fuselage sides go together, sandwiching the back of the seat. I think what you could probably do is glue this together and then slide the instrument panel and the back of the seat cushion thing up from underneath. Then you have optional whatever this is, cowling top cover job. These are in clear because there's some little clear, I don't know what they are, fuel gauges, inspection panels or whatever going on. You need to get this right because there's different options for the canopy. The fully enclosed canopy that slides forward, which would be these two, or the fixed, which is going to be this one. I'm going to be going for that one. And then that just goes down on top of the previously built wings. Right, very simple engine. We'll have a look at the detail in a minute. Having had a quick look, I think it's really quite nice actually. But it is simple because you've got this sort of thing going on here. I think that's the part of the shutter mechanism and the cowl. So in this aeroplane, you could actually shut it pretty much off completely to warm the engine up. I guess because obviously it's designed for Soviet Union and in the winter. But even with it open, you're not going to see much of the engine. So I don't think there's any point going down the etched harness route. The exhausts, which I'm going to guess are solid, and I'm also going to guess you're going to be able to get some resin replacements for, should you so wish. Lots of exhaust all the way around. Simple two-bladed prop, which you're better off painting all this separately. Into the undercarriage, which is a complicated affair. One of the earliest retractable undercarriage aeroplanes, and there was a wire that sort of pulled it up with a pulley system inside, and I'll probably do the wiring. But two-part doors. In the Eduard photo etch set, this stuff you get in photo etch, which would add a real nice bit of refinement. But we'll have a look at the plastic in a second. And then it's just finishing off. So attaching the undercarriage and the tail skid and the sort of gun sight telescope type thing. Separate door, which is a really nice touch. I may well have that open. I don't know, actually. And then we're into the camouflage schemes. So two real types, well, three real types. The dark green over grey and the olive green over blue. They're the basis of all the schemes but one. So nice splash of colour, this one with the blue fin top. This one white fin top in the olive green over blue. This one I really quite like in the dark green with the white stripes on the top and the grey tail. That's nice, but I think this is the one I'm going to do, which has, it's the same aeroplane as this one, but it has the blue, sort of bright blue tail. It's not the underside colour, I've checked, it's slightly darker. So I think I'll mix that using this blue as the base. Another olive green one, and another olive green one at the bottom with some red stripes, and then this one is quite intriguing. It's all over silver. That would be quite a nice one to do, I think, because you'll have the natural metal panels on the wing and the cowling, and then the fabric surfaces. And I don't know what the fuselage is. I suspect it's wooden, so this is painted. So that would be quite a nice one to do, I think. So that's a 1941 one. I don't know whether that's pre or post invasion, if I'm honest. And then, like I say, this last green one. But you need to choose which one you're going to do first, or at least narrow it down, because as we saw in the instructions, there's some optional parts. Okay, decals. Quite a small decal sheet, as you can see, just the main markings. Two instrument panels, which is interesting. And here's obviously all the numbers. Now, it's quite matte, actually, this decal sheet. But they all seem very thin. Printed by, I can't read that, let's bring it in closer. No, I can't read it, but it says printed in Ukraine. So there we go. That's the decal sheet. Right, onto the main bit then. The sprues. So this is the main sprue with the main parts on it. You can see there the fuselage halves, the lower wing, ailerons, tailplanes, and sort of cowling bits and pieces. If I bring you in, let's have a look at the, come on, focus, thank you very much. So here is the lower wing. You can see one piece, deeply moulded gear wells there with a little bit of detail, and this is really nice the way it's, you see there, if I just put my finger behind, that's all open there and very crisply moulded indeed. Really like that. Moving on to the, if I'm getting to the, there we go, come on, focus please. Come on, thank you. Quite a nice fabric texture actually, if I just hold it into the light there. If it will just stay in focus, it is struggling a bit, let's just take it out a bit. Lock that down. Yeah, that's a bit better. So you can see there, if I just move it in the light, that's nice detail. Fuselage, Again, you see how tubby it is. Nice fabric detail on the fin. And if I turn it over, you can see that, let's just focus it. The internal detail there. Not a great deal of that is going to be seen, I wouldn't have thought, but worth exaggerating the painting in there and the contrast, because it is quite small and dark. But yeah, really nice. Upper wing, focus. Again, more nice fabric detail down the back and some really lovely riveting detail. I'll bring it in closer. Hopefully it will focus. No, it won't focus. Move it out a bit. Come on. And it's got it. If I just move that in the light. Really nice. Really nice rivet detail there. That's brilliant. I didn't see that at first glance, so that's cool. Right, here's the other main sprue. This has got all the detail parts on it. And pretty much everything you could want on here. So let's just bring it in. I've gone into manual focus mode because it was all over the place really. So there's the front of the cowling with the sort of shutters behind. Nice instrument panel. It's going to take a decal nicely. Or what you could do is paint it in a dark grey, dry brush with black, and then add some punch the decals out or add your own from air scale or something. Really nice seat back there. Spinner, really crisply moulded, tiny little hole in the front for the starter. Nice wheels, quite plain, but they were on the real thing. To the engine. See, push rods and cylinders, not a great deal going on there. I'll probably just paint that matte black, dry brush with silver, and then pick out the push rods rather. Some of the internal bracing detail, that's what goes in the bottom of the central wing. Is it elevator there? Or is it a rudder? The rudder, I think. And then some beautiful rivet detail on these undercarriage legs. And, yeah, they're quite thin, but beautifully moulded, as are all these little detail parts for the cockpit down here, look. That's really nice. Big fan of that. More internal bits, different wheels. Turn the seat over. Where's the seat? Come on. Oh, sorry, it's all upside down. Two types of seat, just seat bucket and there with the seat back, and two different propellers. All nicely moulded. Last grey sprue is this one here, which was in the clear bag with the decals. Get into focus. So you've got lots of the tiny little detail for the cockpit and various bits and pieces. These are the exhausts. Yeah, and they're solid, but they're tiny. I won't bother drilling them out. And undercarriage parts. Beautifully done. Really, really fine. Clear parts. Get in that bag. Oh, come on. Talk amongst yourselves. Right, here we go, and see if it will focus on the clear. Yeah. So, as seen in the instructions, these are the three sort of cowling bits. Beautifully clear, and there's the windscreens, if I can get that in. Yeah, there we are. So this is the sort of enclosed early one that slides forward, and this is the one I'm going to be using. Beautifully done. And really thin. That's lovely. There's the little gun sight. And these little windows here, they go in the main gear wells. So that's how the pilot knew that the wheels were retracted. He could physically see it. There we go. So that is, sorry about the shine, that is Clearprop's I-16. So let's nip over back to the seat and we'll have a bit of a wash up. Okay, that was Clearprop's I-16 Type 5 in 1/72 scale. I think you'll agree the mouldings are superb. They're right up there with Armour Hobby, which I get the impression are a bit of a benchmark for 1/72 scale. Them and Edward, if anything, it almost, I think, maybe scores higher because, well, not this particular kit, but Clearprop 72nd scale range, because they do rivets and Clearprop don't. Obviously Edward do. But I think you'll agree, what a beautiful little package this is. It's a tiny little aeroplane. I'm sure it won't take long to go together. A good one for relatively inexperienced modelers, I think, because it's a simple aeroplane. Not too much detail to go in there. Just as long as you've got good eyes, because it is tiny, as you can see. But it's a small aeroplane. When I get this home, I'm going to put it in the cabinet next to my P-47s and Corsairs, I think, which would be quite fun. But there we are. I hope you enjoyed that. There'll be a few more of these to come. I want to get these out fairly regularly, if I can. And that is the Clearprop I-16 Type 5. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.